Alright guys, mic check, mic check. We are just sharing the screen now. So we've entered, I just turned up home anyway. So silly me always jumps on the charts as soon as I get home instead of making dinner or reading through any rules or anything. I always think I better just jump on to see what's happening. So we're taking this, it's a power bar reversal short. Close there, there's a good little ABC. That's actually a really good close there as well. So you could probably go risk to reward 1-to-1 that, which roughly puts it at the same spot as the 1-to-1 on this, with the bigger target being further down towards this red line. So you can see that's why I've got split targets. If you go to the 5-minute chart, so what we probably expect to see is maybe a comeback up like that on the 5, and then a further push down. If we don't get that, doesn't continue short, then we'll probably go long and take out the highs, because that would be, I guess, a valid colored change long. So we're just going to hold for our 1-to-1. This looks really, really good. So I better check to see if this is failing at anything. So let's hold this out, 13 seconds left. Let's hold it out, let's see where it goes. Let's run our Fibonacci. Yeah, so guys, we're just going to hold this out, see where it goes, see where it takes us. I'm happy to keep that. So maybe we can say that's leg 1, and then we might have a second leg. Risk to reward. This is a great follow through. So I might split that out a bit deeper as well. Good. So I'm going to take, if we get another little push down, we might want to take a little bit of profit off there. There we go. So I'll keep that on. Now I've got one contract running, and I'll let this one play out. So we'll see if there's what the potential targets are on the 5-minute. So yeah, we'll keep this one down there. We'll target the 50%. If we go back to the 2-minute, I don't want to go break even yet. If this next candle follows through, then I might go break even. $36. That's a great candle. Alright guys, I'm just going to go make some dinner. I'll be back. We'll let this play out, see what happens when we come back. While I'm gone, I might just switch this to 1-to-1, so because otherwise I won't be able to risk control it. Yeah, 1-to-1. I'll go make some lunch. Oh, sorry, some dinner. And then I'll be back. It won't be too long.
It's a great evening out there for you. It's a great sunset in you.
Alright guys, I am back. So I might add to this. If we get a green candle that fails to follow through and then we bounce back short, just depends what the 5-minute chart looks like. Yeah, where's that high on of this candle? So long as we don't take out that, and so we took out that point. So it just depends what the follow through looks like on this one. So if the sellers, once this candle closes, if the sellers come back and smash this back short, then I'll jump in. I'll see if I can find my notes. There it is. So it doesn't look like the sellers are going to turn up though. Okay, so that was good. I did take profit on some of my others. Because what that is that's a color change, the first color change, off on the 5-minute chart, which looks like we might still be going further long. Yeah, pretty much everything else is still looking long. So I'm going to chuck on buy stop limit. Okay, that wasn't an ideal entry. Buy limit. See if this one gets picked up. These are definitely not the ideal entry. There you go. So we got 2. Because everything does still look like we're going long. If we look at the other couple charts, so we could do that as a power bar 20 moving average bounce. Trend is up on the. This is a 5-minute chart. Yeah. Guys, I've got to stop doing that. I've got to stop doing that. What I mean is I trade two monitors, and one monitor has the 5-minute, and this one that is screened has the 2-minute. And so what happens is, in order to show you guys the live, I keep switching this one onto the 5-minute, and then forgetting that it's still the 5-minute. So because of that, I'm going to bring this up there. And move that there. There we go. Because I actually do prefer shorts on the 2-minute chart. I was thinking this was the 2-minute chart, so I wanted to take that bounce off long, but then when I realized it was the 5-minute, this trade doesn't really work on the 5-minute chart, but it does on the 2-minute chart. I'm just going to keep this chart as the 2-minute chart from now on, so I don't keep making that mistake. I'll talk you guys through the 5-minute. I've made that mistake a couple times on the stream now, but that's okay. Just learn from it. Just gonna learn from it. Alright guys, I got one more trade in me. And if that doesn't pull it through, then I'm done for the night. This trade was crazy work though. I can't believe I entered on it thinking it was a 2-minute chart, because that's a great 2-minute chart play. It's just, it turns out different when you're on the 5. It takes like forever. So this risk reward is the color change on the 5-minute chart. I got one more trade that if it loses, it'll take out my daily loss limit, which is about 2 contracts of 70 ticks. So to be very, very careful on which trade I use it on next. So you can see that 5-minute trade would have actually been really, really good if I held it. Which, to be honest, after checking all the other charts, the long is actually better. So you could have taken that power bar and just kept going long. 80 ticks, but that's okay. So this is a great one. Buy stop limit. So this will be taking out a lot of stop losses, so I might let this run for a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to pause this for a bit because I got to lock in. Alright. Actually, just keep this on. Okay, how do we... We're back. It'll be a great close. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. You don't want to trade like what I just did. So there's the target. I should have. That's the target there. So now let's see. Let's get out of this. Let's have a look. Yeah, so now we basically got to wait for big failure long, and then we can go short. But now I'm just going to be very picky on the trades that I take, and I'm just going to do 2 contracts. So our target high will be chasing this point probably over the next, probably over the course of tonight. So there it is. That's the target we'll probably be chasing. That's the 60-minute previous leg down. So that's the high. Previous high on the 60-minute. Want to play with the trend. With the trend, both directions. So even on this strong candle short, you don't want to take that. Even though that is a big power bar. You'd rather for the double top. Okay, let's see. Drawing tools, down series. Let's look. This will be color change. But I do not like taking the longs. And to be honest, I'm better off reversing the bottoms. I tend to win more. I lose a lot playing long and trying to reverse the tops, especially you were seeing yesterday. Yesterday wasn't a good day. So I've got to be very careful with trying to short the tops. Unless we get a big power bar short. So that'll be the trigger and a color change short. I just refer to them as triggers. This one here will be the color change long. Yes, you can see there's still a lot of room to go long. Trading back into the blue line that acts as support, so you don't want to trade. You want to make sure you've got room to go there. So yeah, it's basically at a 1-to-1 on that, which is okay. This is what you call a GBI, green bar ignored. The price just didn't care anything for it. Five minutes looking really well. This big rejection just then, and that's the reason is that's near the blue line anyway. Like I said, it acts as support. If we had this bar, but on the 5-minute chart, that would be a very good candle to short, because then the 1-to-1 would look something like, like that, and then the 1-to-1 would take us to this red line, or the 50% of that whole move. But that's trying to guess the top, especially when we still have this target up here. See, this one that's about to happen here, this would be a color change, bouncing off of 20. So I might take it. There we go. Let's see what happens. I'll let this play out a bit. Should hold up even if it goes sideways for a bit. Just going to mark out the trades that I'm taking. So I took this one, color change there. I shorted this one, which that actually looks like a great bar to short. I'll soon find out if color changes in my repertoire. So that one there. And this is the one that I thought I was taking on the 2-minute, but I took it on the 5-minute. That's funny. I tried to drop this in. The obvious thing is this looks like it's going to get taken out because there's a lot of power on that. It just depends where this closes. If this candle closes really, really strong short, then I might jump in with it. Like if it clears like a whole bunch of everything towards the left, then I might jump in on the shorts. But you know, this is kind of holding up. Well, that's a 5 minute. Yeah, so there we go. Arrow line. This was actually a 5 minute trade, so the stop should probably be there. Let's see if it gets hit on the 2 minute chart. So if this holds up and goes very, very well, I might take it. So that would be the 5 minute stop loss there. But I want it to smash through that. Good. Oh yeah. Good, good, good. So we're doing this as a double top. Only thing I don't like is where it's stopped at, which is the blue line. But we're going to hold it. Strong. This will be a strong close on the 5 minute. We just need a strong close on this 5 minute. We don't want a rejection. Yep, there's one coming through. So I'll target just these lows down here. Let's see where the 1-to-1 is. Risk to reward. Oh yeah, basically the 1-to-1. Sketchy trying to short this much momentum that this has been having. But I do like the fact that we just took out that high, and then this is actually a good close, and there was no real follow through for that. And then we retested it, and then it got absolutely slammed. So the targets would be the 50% or this red line. I'd like to get out a little bit early. Yes, there's still a lot of room. It will just be whether the buyers come and try to defend that spot. None. Get rid of that. because we don't want to measure it in the dollars. We just want to measure it. And is this a valid trade? Yes, that's a valid trade. And then if we look at this one, is this a valid trade? Yes, that's a valid trade. The only things that would be going against it is that you're fighting the trend, the two averages. But I will hold this. I do feel good at holding this one. I will squeeze it if we start pushing through a little bit further down here though. Even this one, people will start trading that. You want to get in a little bit earlier. So ideally we'll see this as, it's not a green bar, an RBI, red bar ignored, and we just continue short. And have a look at all the other charts. Yeah, we still got room on the 15-minute back down towards the blue. 60-minute, we're a little bit undecided on the 60-minute. 4 hour, we're at resistance. 4 hour, we've got resistance, so we can go short. 1 hour, we're undecided. 15-minute, we still got room. The trend overall on 15-minute is up, but we've still got room back towards the blue line. And the 5-minute, we might be headed back towards the blue line, but the overall trend is up. So oh, that's what I wanted. I really wanted that. Yeah. Alright guys, I am calling that a day. Anytime that moves quickly like that, it sketches me out. So you can tell that I've got a couple good trades in there. It's just my reads aren't really too good today. So I better quit while I'm ahead. I'm going to turn this account into a sim account now and continue trading. Turn my account to a sim account, continue trading. This probably will go take out these lows here. And I'll just recap. So I did I'm happy with 2 trades. That one there. So this one here, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this. This is the one I stuffed up, which I would still be happy with that. And I think I took another, was it that color change long maybe? Yeah, I think it was, and not happy with this one. But you can see this is probably going to go through and hit that target here. Anytime we get fast movement, it just sketches me out a bit. So, oh well. I should have held that, but that's all good. That's all good. Yeah, see, that's great. Excuse me. Oh, well, learning. Yeah, so let's do these. Let's type it all in. Power bar, short, and this one is MK Market Raw NL4 power bar. There we go. So now we just got to wait and see what happens down around the fire, down around that red line. Something I ought to try to get good at is holding that, holding close to this level. It doesn't need to be perfect because I'd always put the target like that. So I know I would have been able to hold it all the way down to the red line, but when I do, it'll be catching a massive, massive move. Alright guys, gonna log off now. Gonna log off now. Zero viewers, zero followers today, zero likes, but that's okay. One day people will be paying me $199 a month for come in for me. And until then, stay safe, don't blow your account. If you feel like you're going to, lose it, then just log off. There's always tomorrow. There's always another day.